Hey guys, welcome to my next art book preview video. This week we have a couple more Budroot books. So I have this new one which is Horrific Heroes, Heroic Horrors, just released. You can tell from the cover this is going to be full of monsters and beautiful women as you would expect. So a quick look at the front and back there. And as well as that, I also picked up some smaller books. So here we've got Budroot's Cavewoman Cover Gallery 4. And also another smaller one which is Cavewoman Prehistoric Pinups. And I think this is issue 5. Quick look at the back of those, but we'll take a proper look in a second. You can see they're a much smaller page count, much thinner book than that first one. So let's start with the newer one, Horrific Heroes. And the first thing I'm going to mention is I have tried to cover all the bits that are not really allowed on YouTube. So you'll see me using a bookmark to cover things later, just so that I can still try to show as much as I can here on YouTube. But just in case I have missed anything, there's your not safe for work warning. I think if you're watching this, you kind of know what to expect from Budroot's art. But there you go. And like a few of Bud's other art books, this one actually starts with some comic book strips. I'm not super familiar with the Cavewoman comic books because as much as I'm a fan of Bud's artwork, it's more the art books that I buy as opposed to the comics. I'm not a huge comic book guy, so I don't know if this is in one of the other comics or not. These books, by the way, all three are black and white inside. So it's just the outside and inside cover that has colour images on them. There is a full colour book, which I do have another video on and I'll show in this preview later. For those that are interested, I'll put links to it below. But yeah, once we're past the initial comic book strips, which they are pretty cool, but again, I'm more into the whole figure pieces. You can see we start with some incredible pin-ups. There is a little bit of a range of a rendering style throughout this video, by the way. This image here on the left, I actually had this one as a digital file for years and I had no idea it was Bud's initially. It's actually one of my favourite images, that one. I think it's awesome. I love anything to do with like fantasy warriors and stuff. And on some of these, by the way, I will try and show them horizontal. My lighting isn't perfect. It was quite difficult, but hopefully upping the contrast means you can see this clearer. And you might have guessed that I am recording the voiceover for this one separate to usual. Again, that's just because of the editing process. When there's things I have to cover, it makes it a lot easier to just cut the video like this and add the voiceover separate, just while I'm giving my thoughts. This one here, by the way, Street Fighter Swimsuit Special. I've no idea if this is like official or not, but I coincidentally literally just recorded the video for the new Swimsuit Collector's Edition Volume 2, The Art of Street Fighter. That book is absolutely awesome. And compared to this one, that is an extremely colourful, vibrant, maybe more anime style, but really cool. And, you know, if you're into this kind of work, beautiful women, pin-ups, warrior women, that kind of thing, you guys know what I mean, then definitely check that one out. I also wanted to stop for a moment on this one because this is actually one of my favourite images in the book. I know I have to cover it. Kind of reminds me of like a Daenerys take. I'm not familiar with Dragon's Blood, the comic. But yeah, I thought the face on this one was absolutely awesome. So well rendered. I'm actually starting to have to cover full pages towards the back. The bookmark wasn't big enough to cover the amount of nudity in some of these back pages. But yeah, there you go. There's a full range of stuff. That's it for the new book. That's the slightly bigger book. I'm not sure on the page count, but I'll put it in the description box below. So we'll also take a quick look at Prehistoric Pinups and the cover gallery books. But I just wanted to take a second to show the cave paintings, The Art of Budroot. This is the bigger hardback that I've already got a video on. Again, I'll put links in the description box below. Really nice book. This one's the biggest one that I've come across for Budroot, and it is full colour throughout. So you can see I had to cover even the inside of the cover, so we've got nudity straight away. Again, we're starting with some comic book strips. I can't remember the exact page count of these. They're somewhere between like 20 and 30, so they are very small books. Literally like the size of a comic book. I'll put any information like that in the description box below so that I can check and give you the information right. Again, you'll notice these are black and white, but they're still really good books. It's a shame they're not in colour, but I really appreciate like ink work and black and white work. As you'd expect, there was a lot I had to cover again, so I couldn't show every page. And some of these you might recognise if you do have some of the other books. I know some people are going to be a little bit offended by this kind of artwork. It's not for everyone. You know, busty, pin-up girls, jungle women. But if you're watching this, then you probably are already familiar with Bud's work and you're probably a fan of this kind of stuff. But you can see he does have some other stuff throughout as well. The other thing is his dinosaur illustrations are absolutely fantastic. So that's it for that book. One other honourable mention, because I like to mention my other book preview videos, is definitely Frank Cho. Again, you can tell from the cover there, Frank Cho draws beautiful women, very athletic women, different style, But he also has this sort of jungle girl. I'm forgetting the names now. I've got way too many books like this now, and yeah, so definitely check them out. Anyway, on to the cover gallery. This is issue 5. I do like these books, but I only buy them if I sort of come across a good opportunity on eBay, and which doesn't seem to happen very often on eBay. I'm not sure which ones have a big crossover with the other books. I think I prefer this cover book to the Prehistoric pinups. Personally, I think the artwork's a little bit better quality on the covers. You can see there's like the standard version on the left and then the nude version on the right for a lot of these. By the way, the bookmark is XAXAXA. I don't know how you say the name. That's another artist. Again, focusing mainly on pinup girls and fantasy women. It's not really Not Safe for Work one, but that guy's work is insane, and I do have a book on that. I'll put it below again. You guys know the drill. But yeah, a couple of horizontal ones in this one. I'd be curious if any of you guys have any of the other convention sketchbooks or cover galleries, and if there's any specifically that you would recommend, do let me know. I would absolutely love to get a huge book just absolutely full of Bud's work. So that's pretty much it, guys. But to buy these books as well, I'll put the details in the description box below, because you kind of have to get the newer ones through his Facebook group, so I'll put the details of that below as well. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe so I can keep making more videos. Thanks for watching.